Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good day everyone. Hi, this is for the course of EMM3518 Computer Aided Engineering Drawing, and you are with me, Dr. Zuhair. And we are going to proceed with lecture 3, and this time we are going to focus on the sketching and lettering technique. We start with sketching first. Well, it's basically a simple form of drawing. We just sketch, and this is the quickest way to express idea. So normally, in order for us to produce or create more details and complex drawing, it should start with a sketch. And the tools required for sketching normally just pencil, eraser, and paper. And for paper, maybe we can just use grid paper or blank paper. And the level of details of the sketch will have to depend whether it's a design sketching, in which for design sketching is less detail, less structure, and fewer restriction, or it's more towards to the freehand technical illustration. For the engineering drawing, normally we are more towards the technical illustration, in which is require a bit more details, structure, and a bit some restrictions. So there are few different type of sketching. Uh, we can start first with the rough sketch. You can see here, this is just a rough sketch to give you some idea about it, or maybe it can be either in the multi-view sketch. So this is a front view, and this is a top view. And beside that, we also have a 3D view, a pictorial sketch, and also we can do some shading of the sketch to be like this. So these are some type of the sketch. This depends to how detailed you want to do the sketching. But normally for the sketching, for an idea, we can go either two-dimensional or three-dimensional. For two-dimensional sketch, it is used for a drawing of a one view or orthographic view. Still remember what orthographic means? Orthographic have the view of at least three view. This is the front, this is the top, and this is the side. At least three view, and all of these are 2D. It can be just one view or two or orthographic view. And we sketch it on a piece of paper that have a uniform space horizontally and vertical lines, and most commonly used space or grids. In order for us to draw a very neat sketch, we normally use grid paper. And the size of the grids can be either 1 inch or 1 mm. And normally for the sketch use draw on a grid paper, we don't put any units of measurement on it. Beside the 2D, we also have a 3D sketching, in which for 3D, it also depends to the grid paper that you use. For 3D like this one, it's easier for us to draw the sketch. Still remember that when we do sketch, we don't use any ruler. So if we have a grid paper like this, is really convenient for us to just do the sketching by using pencil only. So it can be either in the isometric types. Remember isometry in the introduction, in the previous video, I already mentioned a few type of drawing. One of it is isometric. That means that it have a 30-degree angle. This is also 30-degree. And also it can be represent, sketching can be represent in, according to the oblique, which mean this is 45-degree, but this one is just facing front. And also sometime in the perspective view. In the perspective view means that if you still remember the perspective view, at the end going to have like a vanishing point. Yeah, so this type of sketch normally can be done easily if we have the right graph paper or right grid paper for us to do the sketching. So we're going to start doing some I'm going to show you some example of doing the sketching, but this time is just a 2D sketching, in which I going to explain step by step on how to do the sketching uh, for the technical drawing. Yeah. So the first thing that you need to do is to build a frame. Yeah. The frame is the overall border size in which the sketch fit. It's drawn with a light thin line. So we're just going to draw a frame like this. Yeah. I'm so sorry, my pen is not really that straight, but if you use grid paper, definitely you're going to get a very neat sketch. And then after that, you're going to do, the next step is to do some block in. Yeah, so you put some block details, block like this one, and so on. Yeah, the details are drawn by using light thin lines. Okay, similar like the frame, also light and thin lines. And then you can add more details to it, maybe some curve here and some circle and so on. It also depends to the details of the drawing, and this also can be done lightly by using light lines. And then after that, after you got the rough sketch, you can darken the lines. Yeah, so you darken the lines. So this is the sketch that you want. Yeah, the material, the object that you want like this. So you darken it by using a bit more darker pencil. So that's about on how to do the sketching. Okay, again, so this is another example on how to do the sketching. So this is the object. So we want to sketch this. So what we need to do is to draw the frame first, and then we do some box in. We just add some box here, and then put more details, and then we darken the area of the object as what we want. So all of these were done without any without using any ruler. Yeah. So this is about the sketching. So it's really well simple, I would say. However, it requires some procedure for us to do, especially when it comes to technical drawing. Yeah. Okay, so that's about sketching. Now we are going to move to the second part of this lecture, which is about lettering, alphabetical letter, and so on. So most of the time, uppercase letter should be used for all lettering and on drawing, unless the lowercase letter are required to conform with other established standard, equipment, or marking. So most of the time we just use upperhead letters, but if also depends if the standard requires us to do lower, also can. Okay, so lettering for title, subtitle, drawing numbers, or other uses may be made freehand or by typewriter or mechanical lettering devices such as template or lettering machine. Okay, so this is for the manual drawing. You can do the lettering freehand or using typewriter. So the lettering shouldn't be underlined except when special emphasis is required. Okay, so these are some of the standard for the lettering for the manual drawing. Yeah. So NC suggests, NC is American National Standard Institute, suggests use the single stroke Gothic character. So the Gothic font, if you not familiar, you can go to Microsoft Word and see how the Gothic font really look like. So INC suggests to do a Gothic character because of the good reproducibility and readability. It can be either inclined or vertical lettering like this one. It can be vertical or inclined. If we choose to do inclined lettering, it should be 60 degree, 68 degree with the horizontal, or else it should be 2 in 5 like this. Yeah. So these are the standard by NC. So these are another details of the standard in terms of the drawing number, in terms of the size, the drawing title, zone letter, and so on. You can have a look on this. And another details of it, we have the lettering standard 3 mm or 6 mm. And also the hand lettering, use guidelines, thin light construction line. So we use guideline to, in order for us, guideline like this, yeah, like this guideline, so that we can do the lettering in the neat way. And the font and point is like Gothic, and another one is Korea. And then good poor lettering legibility is very important. Remember neatness count. So why text in drawing? Why we have to put text in drawing? One of it is to communicate non-graphic info, such as for example like the materials of the object and so on, and a substitute for graphic information, such as the title block, revision board, bill of material, general notes, dimension, and so on. So that's the purpose of having some text in the drawing. So again, these are some example of doing the lettering, in which you can see here some guideline is given in order for us to properly write the letter one by one neatly. So this is the standard for it. And the example of lettering like this is a very good one. This is not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. So few reasons are given here, and you need to have something like this. So that's the end of today's this video lecture, in which we have covered the sketching and lettering. And this is focusing more on the manual drawing, because when we start with the using computer for the engineering drawing, you're not going to face any issue with the standard, with the way to do the lettering and so on. And for the sketching, it's very important, because before we can start with some very complex idea with the technical drawing that is very require details and so on, we should start with some sketching first. And the sketching should be clear and easy for people to also understand the idea that you want to transfer. So that's about it. See you again in the next video. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.